Hey, I'm Vicky Blades and I'm here to tell you about my wonderful new program, the Magnetic Mastermind. I can't wait to give you some more info in this short video. I'm a visibility strategist and a confidence coach, and that's because I'm also a professional actress and I have been for over 20 years now. I took my coaching qualification in 2018 and for the last 3 years I've been a playing big facilitator too. I love to help brilliant women in business to shine online, get confident, get more visible so that they can get more clients and of course get more income. I'm a true believer that wealthy women will save the world, and that's why we need to step up and become those wealthy women and bring others along with us on the ride. It really is time to step onto your stage and step into the spotlight so that you can accelerate your income and your impact and your influence. We really are so much wiser than we realise, and it is time to share that message with the world. Okay, so what do you get in the Magnetic Mastermind? Well, it's got 3 main components, and the first one is powerful positioning. What is it about you that makes clients come to you and not somebody else? We look at what makes you unique, your USP if you like, and we amplify that so that you start to attract your dream clients to you. And maybe you love being a podcast guest, or maybe you're a networking ninja, or a screen queen, or you love to write and blog. It doesn't really matter what's your area of comfort and expertise, but we can amplify that. And if none of those feel comfortable to you, well, we'll work on that too, because there's a lot of mindset involved in the Magnetic Mastermind. Whatever it is, we will find a way for you to share your wisdom with the world and build an audience of raving fans. Get ready to become the expert that you already are. Okay, next up we've got magnetic messaging. Your content is a really powerful way to again attract those dream clients to you. We'll focus on copywriting and video, and we'll get you slightly out of your comfort zone to try something you haven't tried before. With magnetic messaging, we take a deep dive into building the know, like and trust factor and gathering social proof. Again, because you're positioned as the expert in your niche and your audience are going to be magnetised to you because of the content that you put out. Finally, we talk about visibility and specifically a strategy for becoming uber visible. This is your strategy built for you by us in a way that's going to propel you forward and do it in a way that feels aligned, simple, straightforward and fun. Because if business isn't fun, what are we doing it for? So, with your visibility strategy, it isn't about making reels or TikToks or having to go and start a YouTube channel or do anything that you don't want to do that's outside of your comfort zone, that's going to take time away from being with your clients, making money. Because we want to do something that's really aligned to you. So we're going to craft a strategy together that's really going to sing to your heart, that's really going to feel exactly you and nobody else. So this personalised plan is going to be simple, straightforward, but give you something to do, actions that you can take every single day in your business and that you can take away after the mastermind is over as well. It's your system, your way, and that, my friend, is super, super valuable, I believe. Because business should be simple, it should be easy, it should be fun, it should be straightforward, it shouldn't be like climbing up a mountain at treacle. But I know some days are like that, believe you me. This office here is upstairs in my house, and there were days when I really didn't want to take those stairs going up to my office. My head was down, my shoulders were high, and I just felt like hiding. So I know that some days are better than others. That's why we have a group coaching program. That's why we have a small cohort of women who are just like you, but all working on the same journey, maybe in slightly different places, but all working towards the same goal. Because having that band of sisters, honestly, I can't tell you how amazing it is to have a room full of women. Women do really empower each other in a way that I don't think is possible in any other atmosphere, except when you get women in a room together, my friend, there is magic. The power, the creativity, the kindness, the encouragement, it crackles. And that's what I want to create in this Magnetic Mastermind container. A small band of brilliant women who are all working together and supporting each other. So we are there to hold each other accountable, but also to cheer each other on, to pick you up when you're feeling down. And the wonderful, wonderful thing is, when you get onto the coaching calls, you're bound to find somebody who has got a similar issue to you, or a problem they want to solve, or somebody who's just going through something that you've either experienced or that you can relate to. And that's the beauty of having a group full of women in this container. And really importantly, rest is a part of my business strategy. I believe self-care is actually built in to a really easeful and aligned business. And so that's why I've made this program 6 months. Now it sounds like a long time, but it's not an intensive course. I don't want you to think that. It's not going to take up all of your time. It's going to allow you to have time to reflect and to rest, because honestly, rest is when creativity gets to flow. Rest is when ideas come to you. Rest is when you're able to think clearly and make decisions. And that is why we are going to make it a super spacious program that's really not going to take up your entire life. There's going to be weekly trainings, either recorded or live, on these modules under the pillars of powerful positioning, magnetic messaging, and your visibility strategy. And I can tell you more about that if you're interested. And we're going to have a weekly coaching call. There might be 2 depending on time zones, so that you can make sure that you can make at least 1. And in those coaching calls, I can't tell you how valuable it is, not only to have your own coaching, your own individual coaching for your business, but also to listen to other people being coached. I find it so valuable listening to how other people are facing different things and how they get to resolve them. So a weekly coaching call, and again, you don't have to attend all of them. It's not like anyone's taking the register. Want you to be able to take your time, and yes, I want you to take action, but I also want you to not feel overwhelmed. That's really important. So weekly trainings and modules, weekly calls, and of course we'll be doing some fun activities, maybe some challenges, maybe some inspirational meditations or content inspiration along the way. But the fun of it is we get to create this during our time together. And of course, underpinning all of this will be plenty of work on mindset, visibility blocks, self-limiting beliefs, all of the things that we come up against all the time. And it doesn't matter where you are in business, whether you're starting out, whether you've made your first 5k months, 10k months, whether you're scaling up to 6 figures, we all have days and moments and times when we're not feeling like we can do it. And so we are there to support you every step of the way, and I am there specifically to support you throughout your time in the mastermind, not just in the group, but I'll be available on Messenger as well. And in fact, at the beginning, we actually start off with a one-to-one, you and me together, doing your visibility strategy plan. Now, of course, we're going to map it out and flesh it out in the mastermind. But before you get going, you've got 90 minutes with me when we really dig deep into your business and we look at your goals. Now, goals and dreaming big are really interesting because That's something that my client Tricia had a real issue with when I first worked with her. In fact, when I asked her what her dreams were, she just said she didn't have any, and I was like, okay. So we do look at dreaming big, but we also look at goal setting, which is slightly different. And we do envision your future, because that's really important. And as part of that playing big module in the beginning, we also look at things like your inner critic holding you back, but also the power of the inner mentor. So Tricia found that super useful when I was working with her, and in fact she doubled her income in the first month of working with me. The other thing is, I believe everything should be easy. It shouldn't have to be like climbing a mountain every day. And Tricia, bless her, when she was making videos before she met me, she would take 2 hours to be fretful and anxious and, change her blouse 16 times and script out what she wanted to say. And at the end of it, she'd be lucky if she came out with one video. Or maybe you're like my friend Judy, who does 150 takes per video because she just can't decide which one works. Listen, none of that is going to happen in the Magnetic Mastermind. I won't let it. And Tricia, when she was working with me, got to the stage where she would just pick up her phone and make 2 or 3 videos in 5 minutes. Done. Really powerful stuff. Not only that, her confidence soared, and it made a huge difference to her being in a visibility and confidence space with me as her cheerleader and her coach. So another wonderful story I'd like to tell you is about Mary, who was an actor, and she had been diagnosed with ADHD quite late in her life. She was in her 50s, and of course there was a lot of stuff swirling around that about being disorganised and chaotic. But the one thing, the one dream that she had, which was also a goal, was to get an agent, and she'd been without an agent for 12 years. Let me tell you, my friend, within 2 weeks of working with me, she had secured representation, and we were both gobsmacked at how straightforward and easy it was. It took a phone call, that was it. But of course she'd spent 12 years putting obstacles in her way of all the things she had to do first before she could possibly get an agent. So these are just a couple of success stories, because I want to emphasise how important it is sometimes to have someone with an outside perspective, someone who can give you that helicopter view, someone who can pull away from being in the situation and not knowing what to do, feeling indecisive, and take a look at the 360-degree view. Sometimes it's just about perspective. And I believe a really good coach is there to give you a different perspective on things. So if you've been struggling, if you've been feeling like business is hard work, if you've been having yo-yo months, if you lie awake at night wondering, am I doing the right thing? Why do I keep going? Should I quit? How can I possibly make this work for the rest of my life, or the rest of the year, or the rest of the week? I've totally got you, my friend, because I have been there too. But I know that you have to have faith in yourself. And as your coach, I am going to have 1000% faith in you. And then we follow a very clear step-by-step system to get you feeling confident, being visible, looking amazing in your particular industry, and get fans flocking to work with you in a way that's going to feel so effortless, you're going to wonder what the heck you were doing before the Magnetic Mastermind. Honestly, I've got you. And there are 2 things that I ask of you in return. First of all is that you take action. Yes, I know we talked about making it easeful and spacious and not making you do things that, feel overwhelming. But you do need to progress as well. We need to progress you and your business. So I'm going to be there holding you accountable gently but firmly so that you take action. And the second thing I ask is that you ask for help. Now this is a really tricky one, because I am definitely a person that doesn't even know how to ask for help. I feel like I've got to do everything myself. And what happens when I get overwhelmed is I disappear. I fade away, I ghost, I just become invisible. And I don't ask for help. I don't put my hands up. So what I want to emphasise to you in the Magnetic Mastermind, you must come and ask for help. Come to coaching calls. You can DM me, as I say, at any time, and you'll have a group of wonderful women who will be there to help you and support you as well. So don't disappear, don't become invisible, don't start playing small again. Come and ask us for help. Now, I want to quickly talk about tech. There isn't a lot of tech on this programme, but if you need tech help, I can definitely give it. I think I'm the perfect person to give you tech help because I'm not very techie. So I think if you want tech help from a non-techie person, that's me. I'm your woman. But hey, the thing is, whatever answers you need, whatever problems you need solving, I'm there to help you solve them. And if I can't do it, I'm fairly sure I know someone who can. So you are going to be in the most beautiful, wonderful, held space, a container that's full of brilliant women like you who know that they need to increase their income, increase their audience, increase their visibility, and increase their confidence. And we do all of those things together in the Magnetic Mastermind. So if you'd like to know any more about this, I'd love to hop on a call with you to see if it's for you, to see if we're a good fit, to answer any questions you might have. If you want to know about the pricing, if you want to know about how much time it takes, if you want to know when the calls are going to take place, and maybe you want to know more details about what's in each module, all of that I'm very happy to tell you. Now if you're watching this video, I've also got some goodies for you because the first 5 people in my mastermind are going to get an early bird offer, so that's a lower price. You get a discount if you pay in full, but there are payment plans, and you get an extra 3 months free for being one of my 5 founder members. So if you've watched this video and I've piqued your interest, then drop me a message, let's connect, and let's see if we can take the next step together.